Play with some pivot, man.
Drinking Henny out the bottle, let's get ratchet. Let's get ratchet. Let's get ratchet. Let's get ratchet. Let's get ratchet.
It's that Z shit. It's that Z shit. Pull up in a demon on guard.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Zariashakira, aka Frizzeecurlz, aka Z, cause it's that Z shit. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to help me along the way on my road to 10K. Okay, so basically, I did this quick weave and then I realized, yeah, this leave out is a no sis. So when I did the quick weave the first time, I actually did the glue method because I knew it was going to be much quicker than sewing it in my head, and it's very beginner friendly. However, I really didn't like the feel of the glue because the way I glued it, it made it feel like there was just like some type of cap on my head while I was wearing this quick weave. Oh yeah, please don't mind my sweat stains. I'm wearing gray. Gray is really not the best color to wear when you're doing anything that you may sweat doing. So yeah, anyway, so what I did was I used those little black strips under a wig cap and then I glued the tracks onto that. And yeah, I'm showing you now. I didn't really like it because this is how easy it comes off. Like, it's on there, but it's not really secure. And also when I would brush my hair, you could hear that it's something under the hair. So I really just didn't like that at all. So what I'm doing now with my leave out is just braiding it on both sides to basically kind of connect in the middle so it doesn't leave me lumpy at that part. The only thing is I will show it on camera, but when I started to braid from the other side, it really wasn't as tight as I wanted it to, and it kind of just like, it just didn't look right to me. So I was like, well, let me just make one braid around the whole perimeter and just, you know, do it that way. I probably should have just kept trying until it was up to my liking from braiding it from the ends to the middle, but you know, I just had to do one braid because I really didn't have time. This was such a tedious process after it was basically a fail the first time, so I just really didn't have time for it. So that's why I did what I did. After I've done my braid, I'm just sewing my wig cap around that braid so I can have like something protecting my hair from the tracks, if that makes sense. Then after I sew it down, I just cut the excess off, and once I do that, you'll see at the end of that clip where it's flat on one side and a little raised on the other because I made one single braid instead of doing it the way I originally started. With this part, you want to make sure you're taking your time because you are cutting a wig cap that's literally sewn to your hair. So if your hair isn't already up in its style at the front like how mine is, then you might want to make sure it's slicked down or tied away or something so you don't cut it. So just make sure you're taking your time with this part. And don't worry, you're probably wondering, well, how are you showing me a quick weave when you already got half of it done? Do not worry. Towards the middle of the video, I will go back and show you guys how I did this ninja bun, so don't worry, I'm not leaving you guys hanging. Alright, so it's sewn on my head now, and I'm about to show you exactly where I don't like how it looks. So this part, I already knew when I did it that it was going to be a little raised up, so it's my fault for all of that. But if you have the time and patience, just go ahead and make your braids as flat as possible so you don't have to run into this little obstacle here. So the only thing I'm doing next is just taking the glued tracks from the little half wig that I made. I'm just taking those and sewing it around the back half of my hair. This part was very tedious and I didn't have a second mirror so I could turn around and show you guys. So I'm not going to even try to show you like the whole process. I'm just sewing them in. It's not really much to say or show you, but I'm just sewing that into my head. And it gets a little complicated after I sew it down, only because since I had to hide my leave out, I had to kind of just make it do what it did with this track situation. So you'll see in a second what I'm talking about. Okay, please bear with me while I'm trying to explain this. But basically, I just took a track that went from ear to ear and sewed it down on the very top of that leave out braid. So I was testing it out to see how it'll look. Like, to be very honest, it don't look that bad. But the only way you're gonna see if there's a track in my head is if you're too close. So if you can see it, you're too close. I'm gonna need you to back up. But I just want y'all to know this is my very first time doing this to my head. I've never done a quick weave before, so to be honest, for my first time, it's not that bad. Just try not to stab yourself in the head. Okay, now that we're done, we're just gonna cut the excess string off and we're gonna move on to more complications. No, I'm just playing. It wasn't that many complications. It was just the fact that I had to basically do this twice in the same day. Girl, I was tired, okay? So all I'm about to do next is just try to flatten this side of my head with a straightener, and yeah. After this next step is optional unless you're just anal like me and you just try to fix everything that can't even be fixed. Girl, when I tell you the struggle was real, I'm not lying to you. So next class, we're gonna take some eyeshadow. I'm just taking some black eyeshadow because it was kind of shiny at the root. So to give it that illusion that it is your hair, but it really ain't, you kind of just take the shine away with a little bit of black eyeshadow. I don't know if this is a trick that you guys do, but it's a trick that I found out because I was like, sis, I need to fix this. And then this part became a waste of time because I just didn't like how it was looking on that side. So I took some Gotta Be sprayed. I took some Pump It Up spritz. I dried it into my hair so it can get a little tacky. And then I took another track with some hair glue on it and placed it on top of that, basically. You know, sometimes they call me Zaria the Finesse Kid. I mean, I call myself that, but you guys can call me that too. And then we're just gonna seal it up and we're gonna let it dry. And that's basically how I did the back of my head. So this hair is pretty good, you know, it's not that bad for beauty supply store hair. I'll list everything in the description box because honestly, sis, I don't know what happened to those clips. But this is just what the back of my hair is looking like, and then soon we'll be moving on to this ninja bun and we're done.
It is what it is. Don't worry about what I do, bitch. Cause I ain't worried about you, bitch. Nah, I don't wanna be cool, bitch. Still hanging with the same crew. Ayy, cut a nigga off and my chicks got bigger. If she thinks she bad, put it in, let me get her.
Okay, moving on to the part you all been waiting for. Girl, these braids been in my hair for, I kid you not, a week and a half. So basically this video was done basically a week and a half apart. Sorry y'all, if y'all been following me for at least a year and some change, y'all know I love Megan Thee Stallion, so we gotta get lit to her. Plus she just dropped the album, so you already know like a look is coming. But if you want to see it, let me know. So basically my hair is super dirty at the front. Like I was almost like 2 seconds away from being like, you know what, I'm gonna just not even do this video. But you know, I figured out a way to revive this hairstyle and make it popping again. The way I wore these braids was I put a scarf on top of it and let the back hang loose, okay? So you know, a little water won't never hurt nobody. This is actually my aloe vera juice / leave-in conditioner mixture. So I just spray that on my head and work it in until you can't really see any dirt no more. And surprisingly, I actually didn't have to use a lot.
Work, 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 work.
And using my trusty dusty Ace Boom Coon, we're going to use this Style Factor Edge Booster Styling Gel. And we're going to work that into the hair. I'm also taking other products, so it's really not much for me to explain. Like, you really could just watch it and see what I do here. So I'm just using these products that I'm about to show you guys and working them into my hair, swooping up the edges, slicking it down, and you know, all that.
Say, nigga, I don't wanna talk.
So once it's all slicked down and whatnot, I'm just putting it into a ponytail, and then I'm going to twist it up into like a knot basically, so I can start the ninja bun. So all I'm doing is just wrapping the bundle around the base of the ponytail. Please do not mind the back of my head. This is really just for the video purposes because, girl, it was a struggle. But yeah, like before, you can basically just follow along with the video versus me trying to explain everything, because this part is really like the simplest of the hairstyle. So yeah. But I will say one thing, just make sure when you're doing this ninja bun, you are spraying some got-to-be spray on your hair as you're doing it, because that holds it in place. And then for the ends, you can take some hairpins or bobby pins and just place them into the hair to where they're not really visible. So yeah, just repeating the same process, spraying some got-to-be spray, wrapping it up, pinning it up, and then once you're done, you can touch up your edges for further slayage, and that's it.
Put some respect on my team. I'm the 1501 queen.
So this finally completes the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you still love how it came out, even though this was a struggle. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to my channel. I will be doing a giveaway soon for reaching 5K subscribers. So make sure you're on the lookout for that video as well. If there's anything you want to see, just comment below. But other than that, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!